The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/wreckingandracing, and Twitter at Wrecking and Racing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. The 2019 highlights from my racing series on Thursdays. We're here at Richmond, and things kick off early in this 40-lapper as Brandon and I shoot the middle. Chase Elliott washes up to the track. Brandon gets into Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott also involved with that Harvick spin, and as Harvick locks it down, everyone else struggles to get through. Everyone else will get through okay, but Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick have damage on the first lap. Coming to take the caution to start lap 2, Brandon will be in the lead, followed by Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, and myself, but we're too early for pit stops, so we will be right back for the green. Coming to lap 7, green flag back out in the air. Brandon gets the whole shot on Kyle Busch. I make the move to the inside to take second going into turn 1 and start chasing Brandon down. Later that lap, I try to lay the power down, exiting 4, get loose, really loose, up into the wall, scrape just a little bit. That will allow Johnson, Busch, and Hamlin by, and Kyle Busch is beating my back bumper off. I have to regroup and get moving forward. Lap 9, Brandon scrapes going into turn 1. He loses the bottom, allowing Jimmy Johnson to get side by side. Brandon tries to block, and Kurt Busch and Denny Hamlin will also get to the inside of Brandon. He's made his tires angry, and Brandon loses a few spots, gathers it back up in 4th. Jimmy Johnson leads. On lap 11, the number 11 charges forward under Jimmy Johnson to take the lead. I'm hunting back there in 3rd place, trying to track them down before pit stops. Brandon settling in 4th. On lap 12, though, turns 1 and 2 continues to be an issue as Brandon gets the lazy slide going up into Kurt Busch just a little bit. Kurt slides down into traffic. Brandon lights up the rear tires trying to get away, and a bottleneck behind him. With nowhere to go, Clint Boyer locks up his brakes, gets into his teammate Almirola, also Keselowski, William Byron, and Austin Dillon involved. There's Michael McDowell, and the rest of them try to get it woed up with reckless abandon. They're still crashing each other going into turn 4 as Corey LaJoie in the 32 gets spun to the outside. Lap 13, the jostle on the pit road is disorderly as I cannot pass Jimmy Johnson before he crosses the pit road starting line. Once we get back going, I decide, you know what, I am not going to pit, and everyone else comes to pit road. So I stay out for my run, and everyone else gets their 4 tires and fuel. Coming to lap 18, now that cluster is sorted out, Eric Jones and Kevin Harvick 1 lap down on the inside. I get the whole shot away from Jimmy Johnson, but everyone else has fresh tires behind me, so I am holding on for dear life. Lap 21, just past halfway, Matt Tifft and Landon Castle running side by side. Brandon puts it 3 wide into Castle. Castle slides up into Tifft, bringing out the caution just past halfway. That will re-rack everybody. Coming to lap 27, green flag back in the air. I get the whole shot with Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones on the bottom, 1 lap down. They did a masterful job keeping Jimmy Johnson back there the last time, hoping for more this time around. Coming to lap 34, Brandon cracks the top 5, charging hard. Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones still out there holding up traffic, but Kevin Harvick is holding up Ryan Blaney, and Brandon takes advantage on the outside trying to catch me. Coming to lap 37, Brandon right on the heels of Jimmy Johnson. He makes the pass for second, but there's only 4 laps to go. The tires were able to hold on, but we get the checkered flag and take the win. Brandon in second, Jimmy Johnson in third, Denny Hamlin in 4th, Ryan Blaney in 5th, Joey Logano 6th, Kyle Larson in 7th, 8th place Daniel Hemrick, 9th place Paul Menard, and rounding out your top 10 is Kyle Busch. Let's take a look at your championship runners. Kurt Busch will finish this race in 21st place. Brad Keselowski finishes 18th. Austin Dillon in 17th. Kevin Harvick in 31st. Eric Almirola in 35th. Denny Hamlin 4th. Ryan Blaney 5th. Clint Boyer in 34th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 14th. Kyle Busch in 10th. Paul Menard in 9th. Joey Logano in 6th. Brandon in 2nd. I got the win. Kyle Larson in 7th. Jimmy Johnson in third, and that will round out your championship contenders. Let's take a look at the points after Richmond. So here is your bracket after Richmond. I have checked myself into the round of 12 with that win. Brandon cleared by 102 points, so he is mathematically guaranteed despite what happens at the Roval. Guys like Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch look to be in safe and sound, but anything goes with Eric Almirola in your cutoff spot. Kurt Busch 6 out, Bowyer down 15 out. There can be a big swing from Logano all the way down to Bowyer with the Roval coming up next week, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week for the Roval. Take care.